In this technical demonstration, we're going to focus on the installation and configuration of the Centrify agent. Now, at this point within this training, we have identified our zones, we've created them and delegated zone control. We've also pre-created our computers and local accounts that associate to them. We have automation built in for the zone provisioning agent to automatically provision or deprovision accounts as well. So now that we have this, let's go ahead and bring some of these systems in. Now, under the Windows zone, I don't have any computers currently listed. We're going to change that. Now, in order to do that, we're going to install the Windows agent first before we move over to the Unix systems. Now, I've moved over to my app server. Now, I've already downloaded the Centrify agent. This is actually included in the installation package for the Centrify server suite. So I've just copied the agent over to this machine to make it a little more localized for the installation. Again, the Centrify agent can be deployed using third-party tools. It can be deployed in a silent mode, but we're going to go through this process as a manual step-by-step. So I'm going to open up the Centrify agent, and we're going to go ahead and launch the agent installer. And we're going to run through the process. We'll go ahead and click Next. We'll accept the terms of our license agreement. We won't make changes. This is where we're going to store the Centrify agent. And we'll click Install. And now, as you can see, the Centrify agent has in fact been installed. Now, you'll notice down here we have the agent configuration wizard. We are going to run through that in this particular instance. So I'm going to leave this checked and I'm going to click Finish. This is going to launch a separate setup wizard. As you can see here, I do have my agent configuration with my Centrify services, and now I'm going to add a service. So let's go ahead and do that now. So I'm going to click Add Service. You'll notice these are the available services I have currently. Now, this is based on what's already installed in our environment. Earlier, we installed Centrify Privileged Access Service, and it ties back to the Centrify Identity Services platform. This system is being managed by Privileged Access Service. So we can add this service if we choose to for multi-factor authentication, which we'll do a little bit later in this course. For now, we're only going to focus on privilege elevation. So I'm going to select this option, and I'm going to click OK. I need to identify the zone where this system is going to reside, and this is going to be our Windows zone. And I'll click Next. Now, once I've done that, the domain admins group is not assigned any kind of a role at this point. If I don't apply a role to it, I won't be able to log into the system or administer it. So this message indicates that I can create that Windows login role and assign it to domain admins so that I don't lock myself out. So yes, I would like to create that Windows login role for domain admins. Remember, users must have a role in order to do anything on a Centrify managed system. That includes logging into it. So I'm going to select yes, and I'm going to click OK. It's going to validate the enrollment. I am a domain admin, so this shouldn't be an issue. And now that I've completed it, I may have to restart the system for the services to take effect. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now, and it will go through the restart process. While that's happening, let's take a look at our Unix system. So I've switched back over to my Centrify management server, and I'm going to launch PuTTY once again. So I'm going to go over to my Start menu, and I'm going to launch PuTTY. And we're going to start with our help desk server. Now, earlier, we explained how the Centrify repo file works and how we're going to install or download and install the Centrify agent to that system. And that's what we're going to do here. So let's go ahead and log in. I'm going to log in as root once again. And now I can go through the process of identifying my current Centrify status for this particular system by using the yum command list. And I'm going to go ahead and tack on the -y so I don't have to answer any questions. And as you can see here, I currently have available packages that I can download and install. So the one that I'm going to install is the Centrify DC. indicative of the Centrify direct control agent. So we'll use the same yum command. The only difference is instead of list, we're going to say install. And I'm going to be very specific on the application that I want to install, which in this case will be Centrify DC. I'll go ahead and tack on the -y on the end of it, and it will go through the process of downloading and installing not only the applications, but any dependencies that associate to that application. And now, as you can see, it identified that the Centrify DC agent has been installed and specific dependencies have also been installed. Now that that's complete, we can now identify what our status is in regards to zone management of this device. So we can start by using AD-info. As you can see here, it's not joined to any domain, and the license features have been enabled. If I want to join this system to the zone within Centrify, I can use the AD join command, and I'm going to use a -s and list the specific domain I want it to join. Now keep in mind, we did pre-create this computer earlier. So by using this command, it is going to look and identify that system and link the two together. So as you can see here, all I did was try to join it to the domain, but it recognized that it was a pre-created object and it moved it to the Unix zone successfully. Now at this point, I'm going to go ahead and just minimize this option. We're going to move back over to Access Manager. Now let's confirm that there are no duplicates. The first way to do that is simply just to refresh our computers within that Unix zone. And as you can see here, the help desk still shows up, but now I have additional information. This is a CentOS 7 system, so it pulled this directly from the system. So the pre-creation process and linking it to the actual system was completed successfully. What about our app server within the Windows zone? If I move down to the Windows zone and go to computers, we'll give this a quick refresh. And now, as you can see here, my app server, which is a Windows Server 2012 R2, is joined to the zone successfully as well.